funding. The 3 St. Louis area cities set to receive millions of dollars to reduce the impact of natural disasters.
Sunday it was like, it's coming, and now it's like, get out.
Bracing for Idalia, how Missouri is helping those in the paths of the storm as the hurricane inches closer to Florida this morning.
And our weather starts to heat up as we head towards Labor Day. A chance of some showers as well. We'll let you know when we could see some rain.
A superintendent in South St. Louis County is asking students and their parents to make sure they answer the school bell every day. Hancock Place, in the meantime, has a new gymnasium that doubles as a FEMA storm shelter.
Cheers as a controversial development project is voted down, but the plans for new housing in St. Charles County are not dead yet.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
We begin with a live look at downtown St. Louis. The ooh and the ahs begin as multiple colors are seen on the horizon there, looking to the east through the Gateway Arch. Earlier, our photographer, the mighty Joe Young, snapped a shot by the arch of the supermoon.
Oh.
It was pretty good. It was pretty
Hanging
good.
right there in the middle.
I must admit, he is a photographer. He's got the eye. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, August the 29th. I'm Rennie Nutt.
And I'm Michelle Lee. So great to see you. And Paul Cook, as always, great to see you. And Anthony, how do you feel about the supermoon?
Oh, pretty good.
Oh, you do?
I will say, with a hurricane making landfall, that's a big wild card because the supermoon causes higher than normal tides.
Oh, wow.
And so, they're forecasting storm surge and things like that, and it could be really interesting to see how that affects the hurricane making landfall. Although I think it's nice and big and beautiful, but,
Well, didn't Gary
the
Frank
best
come
case
on here
scenario.
and complain about the supermoon and
He
how
might
it was
have,
fake?
but, he's a whole different beast.
He had a rage blackout.
That jabroni, I tell you.
He did have a
Just
blackout.
go to the weather and get me out of this. I'm going to hear from him later.
I heard you call me a jabroni at 6:01 this morning.
Yeah, every day.
I'm texting him.
We're good buddies. We can play around like that. As far as the forecast goes, you can see we do have clear skies this morning, looking from the metro east, and 60s out the door, but there are some 50s in place this morning. So it's a little bit cooler this morning compared to yesterday morning. May need a jacket in some spots. Mount Vernon 57, Litchfield 56, even Sullivan 55. Those are our cooler spots. Numbers will end up warmer today into the mid to upper 80s, and we'll have sunshine around all day long. So do enjoy. All right, let's head over to Paul and see if we have any jabronis on the roadway this morning. Paul, what's going on?
Well, it seems like everybody's playing very, very nicely here on the roads. And with back to school over the last few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, traffic swells up early in the 7 o'clock hour. It's 6:02 right now, so that's a bit of good news. The construction hasn't changed much, but it is something to notice here. Maybe you've been avoiding Manchester in between Big Bend, Brentwood, Kirkwood, that area. Those sidewalks are looking great, and the road crews deserve a little credit there because that's been dangerous and tough. Up north here, this is 270 at West Florissant. You're going to see a little construction there. Obviously, we'll be mindful and letting you know more just a few minutes away.
Right now, 3 cities in our area are getting big checks from FEMA as all to help reduce flood risk.
And this is also in response to last July's devastating record rainfall. Sydney Stallworth is live in U City this morning with how FEMA plans to address past flood problems. Good morning, Sydney.
Good morning, Michelle and Rennie. FEMA is going to be giving about $7 million to 3 cities in the St. Louis metro area. University City will be getting a portion of that money. And you'll remember last year we were reporting live in U City as the rain was coming down and the flash flooding reports continued to come in. After 2 days of rainfall, about 300 properties in U City were damaged. So I took the time to break down the numbers this morning as far as this funding goes. University City, Ladue, and Webster Groves will be receiving these FEMA funds. The money is coming from the agency's Flood Mitigation Assistance Program. Now, FEMA will buy properties that were damaged by last July's flooding. 3 apartment buildings are going to be purchased here in University City at an estimated cost of over $3.2 million in federal funding. Over in Ladue, 6 residential properties will be bought and demolished at a cost of over $3.5 million. And in Webster Groves, 2 residential properties will be bought and demolished at a cost of over $578,000. Now, FEMA also says that these properties are repetitive losses and are in the special flood hazard area. So once the buildings are gone, the area will be returned to its natural state with seating and straw. So I took a closer look at what's going to be done here in University City. FEMA will be buying out the 3 apartment buildings at Hanford Court. After the July 2022 flooding, the city requested help purchasing these apartments. The buildings are adjacent to the River de Pere and have sustained repetitive damage when heavy rain comes because of that. Now, from now on, the University City Parks Department will be maintaining that area where those apartment buildings are currently on after all is said and done with this FEMA funding. Reporting live in U City, I'm Sydney Stallworth, 5 on your side.
Thank you, Sydney. Right now, we're just a few hours away from Missouri Governor Mike Parson looking to bring more entertainment jobs to the state of Missouri. He will sign the Show Me Act bill at Gateway Studios in Chesterfield. The new law provides tax incentives for entertainment projects, which can lead to new jobs for contractors, building trades, and hospitality. The signing takes place at 3:30 this afternoon.
This morning, a controversial housing development project is put on pause. It comes after the St. Charles County Council unanimously voted down the plan near Bush Wildlife Center. That move has many who live in the area very happy. Standing ovation. That was the reaction after the county council voted against the development last night. Many residents were worried that the rural area would not be able to handle the traffic. The project may not be dead, though. Some council leaders believe that the city of O'Fallon could annex the area, but the developer has said it doesn't have plans for annexation. The St. Charles County Council also approved an emergency bill to hire contracted dispatchers. An outside company will provide certified 911 dispatchers to relieve the current staffing shortage. The plan is to hire up to 8 contractors as early as October.
This morning, most families are making their second or third week back to school. And as they settle into the new year, many will notice improvements inside and outside of the classroom. Our Alex Fees is live for us this morning in South St. Louis County with more on all of this. Good morning, Alex.
Rennie, good morning. Classes here in the Hancock Place School District in South St. Louis County resumed on August 21st. It's a very small school district, consists of an early childhood center, an elementary school, a middle school, and the brand new high school behind me. All of these schools in this district, they benefited from a bond issue recently known as Prop R. Now, it amounted to $13.25 million no tax increase bond issue was passed back in 2021. Superintendent Dr. Kevin Carl tells me that funding helped create new learning spaces, updated HVAC systems, allowed for library enhancements, and improved drop-off and pickup lanes at the elementary school. Prop R also created a new elementary school gym, which also serves as a FEMA storm shelter, and there are new safety and security measures, including a communication system with new phones and intercoms. Dr. Carl also says their preschool in Lime, taught by fully certified teachers, is free for all 3- and 4-year-olds. Now, coming up at our next half hour, teacher contracts are changing in the state of Missouri. It's a story that played out here in Hancock Place. Now, administrators say breaking contracts causes problems not just for them, but also for students in the classroom. But teacher advocates say the cost of breaking those contracts is increasing. Live this morning in South St. Louis County, Alex Fees, 5 on your side.
All right, thanks so much, Alex. All new at 6, we're getting a look at construction projects happening at Lincoln Middle School in Edwardsville. So take a look at these photos. You can see that crews have been demolishing parts of the building, cutting the roof and the floor there. The plan is to replace the north side of the middle school, which is more than 80 years old. Demolishing will last until mid-September, followed by digging that new foundation.
All right, if you're just waking up and joining us, let's get you an update on our weather first forecast. We are looking at another quiet day. The only exception is tonight. There is a chance of a stray shower as a trough moves on in. This would be light and brief, and I do not think it should cancel your plans. But of course, there's a ball game this evening, so I think about 8, 9 o'clock you may have a brief shower. But notice how quickly it moves on, and it's, again, very spotty, so not everybody will see this rain. After this clears away, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, we're back to bright skies. Even today, we'll have bright skies. It's just, again, the overnight hours, a chance of a shower. We'll talk about Labor Day and, of course, the hurricane that has now strengthened in the Gulf. That's coming up.
Coming up, gaining strength as Idalia turns in the Gulf Coast. How Missouri will play a role in rescue and cleanup efforts Plus, the new developments overnight from the storm.
Plus, nearly a dozen drugs could become more affordable. The big announcement from the president later today.